All right. I'm almost complete with my Tenon jig. I figured I'd give you guys an update just so you guys can kind of take a look and how it's coming. As you can see, I'm pretty much complete with it, except for I got to figure out kind of how I want to run like a brace around with some sort of knob so that way I can clamp my materials, and I don't know what kind of support I want, how thick and anything in that nature, but it seems to work out pretty good. Kind of ran a piece through here, just kind of check it out here and see how it worked. I just kind of clamped this to it. As you can see, it worked pretty good. I mean, I just took my calipers to it, and I am within, about between 1 and, let's see, what's the most I had? 2.5 thousandths. So, to woodworking standards, I'd say that's pretty good. You can dial it in pretty decent, and I mean, that would make a really nice tight joint. Nice glue, nice and smooth. But I'll show you what I did here from the last video. As you can see, I did, ended up cutting this piece down to match my width, like I said I was going to, and just for kind of aesthetic reasons and kind of give a little more support because that stuff chips very easy, and plus just that particle board. I wrapped it. I had some oak laying around, so I ripped it down and wrapped that with it. But I added my brace here. That's pine. Ended up making these knobs. That's just made out of some leftover, actually it was some pallet material that I had laying around. Just cut a chunk off, and I'd recommend people looking at this stuff, especially for turning. You want to make sure you get a new pallet, though, not something that's been sitting outside. Where I work, we get brand new pallets in all the time, but this one happened to be maple, so I looked out on that one. No cracks, real nice. Made a few things out of that, a couple Christmas ornaments and stuff, and works out pretty good. But anyways, this is kind of a little knob I had laying around, and I decided to go with this instead of a crank because it seemed like if I would have made a crank, and this is kind of the crank I was going to use for it I had laying around, as you can see, it's right next to the table. I didn't want to be sitting there kind of fidgeting with my fingers right around next to that, and I figured, I had this laying around, and somebody could just use like a, I don't know, 3/4 inch dowel or something, but it seems to work out a little bit better this way, because if I loosen my little knobs here, you can actually get your fine adjustment, which I like, is instead of sitting here with a little crank, you actually put your whole hand on it, look, and get real nice fine adjustments, and it works out pretty good. I actually cut this down, used a Forstner bit, and this is my first time really using, it's wonder why a lot of people always use that MDF for making jigs. I mean, this stuff, you get perfect cuts, it's real easy to work with, nice and flat, sturdy, and this is perfect for making jigs. I mean, I have no complaints using this, but what I end up doing is using a Forstner bit for this, going down about 1/4 inch, and just use a chisel, and it just cuts away like butter. Put that down in there, glued all that, and this is like a little hanger piece I had here for like, let's see, for hanging supports like up in attics and stuff, rafters. And that seemed to work out pretty good. It's for like I guess a unistrut is what I'm trying to think of, unistrut connector. And that goes all the way through 3/4 of an inch. That worked out pretty good. Just drilled a hole right here. No bushing or anything, but it's nice and tight. Double nutted it. I don't know if I really like the way that looks, but I guess it works. It acts kind of as a stop when that comes over. I guess it doesn't act like a stop. This here stops it. But anyways, this is pine. Just made one support. I was thinking about making two like some people, but I mean, this thing doesn't twist, nothing. It's nice and tight. Ended up didn't put any biscuits or anything. 3 screws there, hold it. 3 screws there, and then one for the bottom. Nice and a perfect right angle. And as you can see here, there's no gap, no light that comes through. I mean, it works. It's worked out pretty good. I don't know if anybody has any questions on these knobs or anything, how I made these. This actually was pretty simple to make. What I ended up doing is I kind of had these other knobs I was going to use, but they weren't long enough. So I ended up making these, kind of puts a little shoulder on there.
And how I ended up doing that is took some of that pallet material I was telling you about. This piece actually started out, quite a bit longer. It's probably 4 or 5 inches tall. Probably 5 inches tall. Ended up finding 4 exact 90 points, marked that out, and I took my Forstner bit, and I just drilled 4 holes going down, probably good 3/4 of an inch. And all I did is I just went over to my lathe, back to my lathe, drilled a hole straight through it, 5/16. That's what I ended up using, and just turned it till I got that shape to it, and it turned out pretty good. Ended up just using some of that super glue and some of that accelerator, stuck that in there, and it's holding up pretty good. All it is, I had some walnut firewood, cut a couple pieces of that, and made a couple dowels. But it seems to be working out pretty good. And tightened it up good, and it's coming along. Very pleased with it. I actually have no money in this. This is just all leftover pieces that I've been scrounging around, and I have no complaints. If anybody has any questions, just go ahead and write me, and I'll try to explain a little more. But this is a very cheap way to make one, and it's very accurate. Slides good. But I'll post another video here to let you guys know what I come up with in the final product, or what I'm actually going to do. I'm going to kind of think about this a little bit more, because I've got about 3 or 4 ideas, and I don't know exactly what I want to do yet. But I'll keep you guys posted. If you guys have any comments or questions or anything, let me know, and I'll kind of show you how to build one. You could probably go to one of the big box stores and buy most of this stuff for, I don't know, you probably have one built for $15 or so. I don't see why you'd have to spend any more, and that's definitely save some money than buying a $100 jig. So, but let me know if you guys have any questions. But hopefully this helps some people out and them making their own. So, well, good luck, and thanks for watching.